Hey everybody, how's it going? We're ready to get rolling again. We sat here in Lancaster, Ontario long enough. So what I gotta do now is I gotta bring this step deck triaxle that I have behind me over to Kitchener, Ontario, where I'm gonna switch it for a tandem, which is just 2 axles. I don't know why, but apparently I guess they need this triaxle for a different load, which means that's good for me. That means that I'm not gonna be pulling so much weight through Northern Ontario, because I can't haul as much on 2 axles, right? And the more weight I pull, the more fuel I burn. I still get paid the same per mile, and I get a fuel surcharge on top of that yet, but it's not like I get paid more for a heavy load than I do for a light load. I had a nice light load bringing me into Ontario, so I made good money on that. However, if you got a really heavy one going back, you know, you can burn through all that profit real quick. So this is probably gonna be good for me. I'm gonna go switch that trailer out there, then head back into Brampton, and tomorrow morning in Brampton, I gotta load some lumber up, some kind of wood. I don't know if it's specialty lumber. I don't know if I need to tarp it or not. I don't think so. I think it said in here that I don't have to tarp it. Do I got toothpaste on my face? I just brushed my teeth. Now I'm wondering. I can't see myself here. My camera's broken. But you can see me, right? And that's all that matters. So let's get on the road. We're here. We've made it. The largest city in our nation. I could argue that it's also the most unique city in our nation. Somewhat unique. It's very different than anywhere else in the country. Though if you ask anyone from Toronto, they will tell you that Toronto is what defines Canada. Nay, nay. I will not let you claim that. No. Toronto is special. Toronto is different. Toronto does not reflect Canada very well. It reflects everywhere but Canada. We'll say that. I know all the Canadians living around the surrounding areas would agree with me on that. You can come to Toronto and feel like you're in any nation of the world, almost. Almost every nation of the world has their own little enclave, a little corner that they stay in and rarely leave. It's very, what would you say? Not divided, but very, what's that word again? The same thing as divided. Oh, diverse. Yeah, it's a very diverse city. It's funny when you talk to people from the US or from other countries. Very often when you say, oh, you're from Canada. Oh yeah, Toronto. No, Toronto's a city. Toronto is not Canada. Do you know Bill from Toronto? No, I don't know anyone in Toronto, actually. I know a lot of people on the outskirts of the city, around the city. I don't know very many people actually in the city. But hey, if you're from Toronto, leave me a comment down below and let me know why you love Toronto or why you don't like Toronto. Or maybe give me one reason for both. Maybe you only have a reason for one. Let me know. Talk about Toronto down below if you're from here. Tell my comment section about your city. I'm not from here. I can't really talk. I just don't feel at home here. I'll say that. Looks like we're going to miss the majority of the rush hour. It's already 7 o'clock. But don't get too excited yet. We're still coming into Toronto. Once we start leaving the other side of Toronto, that's when we'll hit the traffic, because everyone's still going home. Because there's a lot of people who work in the city, but don't want to live in the city, and I don't blame them. And they live on the outskirts around the city. So they got a long commute. And this being the biggest city, the Greater Toronto Area has about, what, 5 million people? Again, you Torontonians will have to clarify for me down below in the comment sections. I think it's 5 to 7 million, depending on how much of the surrounding area you want to include in Greater Toronto. The city itself has, what, 2 million? Like Toronto. Then you got Mississauga, you got Hamilton, you got Scarborough, you got Brampton, you got all these other cities. Each with its unique little culture and language. Hey, since we're talking about Toronto, when's the last time Toronto's won the Stanley Cup? Can anyone let me know down below in the comments? Just want to pick at old wounds a little bit there. Well, I got rid of that tri-axle step deck and replaced it with a tandem flatbed, 53-foot flatbed. Ready to reload in the morning. See, just 2 axles. So that was the day. It was only about, well, it was about 6 hours of driving altogether. I've never actually been to this yard before. I had to find it. And the address is a little funny for it. I mean, it did bring me to the right place, technically, but my phone and Google were telling me to go next door. But if you actually look at the road signs on the road, I'm supposed to go here. So, a little confusing running around trying to find where all our trailers were, but here we have, what, I saw maybe 4 van trailers and 5 flatbed trailers, step decks. I guess this is one of our drop yards where we just hold our trailers. I know we have drop yards all over the continent, all over the US and all over Canada. This must be one of them. It's just a place to store trailers for instances like this, where I don't need a tri-axle step deck apparently. I need a flatbed tandem. So what they do then is they send me here, get me to switch to the right kind of trailer, and then whenever they do need that triaxle, they'll tell the driver to come switch whatever trailer he has with it here. Get what I mean? So then it's all the way here in Ontario and not all the way in Manitoba. I don't know. Makes sense to me. All right, let's go find a place to lay down for night.